Hi, everyone. It's great to have you here. I'm Teresa Yankin. I'm passionate about helping healthcare leaders stay ahead of the curve when it comes to new technologies by simplifying IT concepts into business-oriented language. So whether you're struggling with data initiatives or just trying to make informed decisions about new technologies or just dealing with the constant changes in the healthcare market, I got you covered. So I figured out why I am so pink. And apparently, because I tanned and I got a new green screen behind me, it's taking all the brown color off of my skin and making me pink. So, hey, who knew? So we're gonna continue on and we'll solve this another day. All right. Um, well, I was listening to a news article about what boards look like. And according to Deloitte, only 19% of board seats are held by women and only 7% are board chairs. So as you all know, I'm very passionate about having women in the technology field and taking our place at the table. So, for women to take their seat at the table, we need to have more women in careers that allow rapid advancement. I have to tell you that informatics, health informatics particularly, is a growing field. It's got many opportunities. So, if you have other transferable skills and you're thinking about ways that you can move up in a company or gain another skill set or transition into healthcare, informatics is one way to do that. So, the other thing that was brought to my mind is when I was working with the clinical staff when my dad was sick, just recently, I was surprised how many people in healthcare and even in leadership positions don't know about health informatics. So, it is a newer job classification and it's really growing. It's growing quickly because it is the perfect combination of healthcare and computers and technology and innovation. And it's a great place to be if you've got good skills. And it's easier to get into these types of jobs in health informatics if you've got transferable skills, because I will tell you, it's not just hard skills that you need a lot of soft skills. So here are 5 jobs. In health informatics and the very, very transferable skills that you can use to get into these positions. Number one, health data scientists. Well, a health data scientist works and he analyzes or she analyzes complex data sets, and they need a strong ability to do analytical thinking, a real good understanding of how trends and patterns can drive decision making, and some familiarity with different programming languages and data analytics techniques. So, being able to use Python, SQL, R. I mean, there's just so many different, right? Different programming languages out there, but understanding how to use those. And if you do have a knowledge of it, and I will call out to all the female gamers out there who know about this and who like to program, and analysts, business analysts who know about this. This is a great, great role and a great transition for you to get into health informatics. So we've got, if you're a professional from the data analysis world, statistics, data science roles, math teachers, this is a great transition. And if you are still in college and you are thinking, what am I going to do with an applied mathematics job? Because I really don't want to be an actuary. I want to get out there. I want to meet people. I want to be involved in some sort of way and making a difference. Health informatics may be for you. I encourage you to check it out. Like I said, a lot of upward mobility and growth in this area. Next is the health IT project manager. Now, this involves managing teams of informaticists. It can be managing teams of clinicians, managing teams of um, ancillary services. It's just straight up strategic project management. Those skills can be so transferable into a health informatics role. And you're going to have to understand how to be a leader, how to do basic project management, and have a thorough understanding of healthcare IT systems. Well, if you know how different things talk to one another, that's why I'm always talking about data standardization and data standards. That would be ever so helpful in this role. Well, you can use all these different skills to transition into the role: negotiation, influencing, time management, and the ability to organize. Those are the soft skills that make great project managers. And if you don't want to do traditional project management work, I would encourage you to look into becoming a scrum master and doing agile work. If you like more innovation, you're better with more ambiguity, check out becoming a scrum master. And once you're done being a scrum master, you can work your way up and become a product manager, product owner. The career path is pretty much endless at this point in time. Then you can become architect, whatever you want to do. Informatics nurses, love them. The informatics nurse will bridge the gap between clinical IT, clinical staff, and IT staff. So they have a really good understanding of the healthcare IT systems, a really good understanding of workflows. They're really great at communication. They can troubleshoot problems, right? Nurses inevitably do these things in their work. So a lot of times RNs will transition into this role and they will bring that clinical experience into the informatics sphere. I have to tell you, if you're a clinician and you come into informatics, you are such a wealth of knowledge. You're so valuable, and technologists seek you out. So this is one way for you to get into a role for you to become upwardly mobile in a different way. Next, if you want to be a health informatics consultant, well, I am one of those, and we're primarily responsible for providing advice, recommendations, helping to build strategies, informing our clients about how to best use the data that's coming into their organizations to improve healthcare outcomes, to improve processes and efficiencies. If you want to get into healthcare informatics, strong knowledge of just data in itself, relationships between data systems, if you understand the healthcare system, and a lot of times too, just think about the workflows that you've already been experienced to. If you've had any kind of clinical experience or implementing an EHR, this is a great place for you. You worked in life sciences, being account management, great place for you because you have like a knowledge of what happens and the skills that people need and the right questions to ask. Ever so important is asking the right questions. Excellent communication skills, as you can see. Being an informaticist, being that translator between the technical and the clinical, the technical and the business, got to be a great communicator. Um, so if you're coming from the health or IT sectors, this is a great place for you to step into it, or even life sciences. I have to tell you, the role of informatics is growing exponentially right now. And lastly, of course, to get a seat at the table, we're talking about being some sort of C-suite officer. So let's talk about the chief informatics officer. It's usually somebody who's got some executive level um, experience. They oversee some sort of informatics strategy of a healthcare organization. Now, I'm going to tell you, informatics strategies does include program design and data analysis, right? So if you come from another industry where you're taking data and understanding how to create a program, how to create new efficiencies, taking that data and improving organizations strategically, CIO, and the other CIO, the chief informatics officer, is a great place for you. And in most organizations these days, you will have an administrative arm and a clinical arm. If you come from the clinical side, I encourage you to jump onto that clinical path. And if you are coming from the administrative side, jump into that administrative path. People don't even know that there are like two leaders in most healthcare organizations when it comes to making decisions and driving initiatives forward. Well, your skills that you're going to have to bring with you are some leadership skills, knowledge of healthcare IT systems, and just an understanding of healthcare regulations and the ability to make some data-driven decisions. If you are coming from any other regulated, heavily regulated industry, healthcare is a great place for you. So I encourage you, if you're a senior in analytics or even research, again, make great informatics officers. You know what? I encourage women, especially, to start to think outside the box and think about how do the skills that I have, the unique skills that I have, how can these be used to better healthcare? And how does informatics play a role in that? So I taught health informatics for 5 years and have done a lot of like career done a lot of career counseling for people, talked to different people. So if you're interested, you have a daughter who's interested in getting into this industry or into healthcare, please, 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 I'd encourage you to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to mentor, to talk to, and to encourage other women in this field to like take the bull by the horns, take the horse by the reins, and drive your career in informatics and in healthcare. We need to be at the table and not just filling the seat because um, we have to fill a seat. We're filling the seat because we are talented, we are smart, and we deserve to be there and we deserve to have our voices heard. So, you know what? That's my statement of independence from this 4th of July. I encourage you all to really look into health informatics, look into how you can take your seat at the table, because we do know that when women become in power in these executive positions and sitting on these boards and these board seats, I believe the statistic was 27% more likely that other women will start to follow, and we feel empowered to bring them with us. So I'm getting off my soapbox. Happy 4th, and we will catch you guys again here next week and have another discussion about healthcare, technology, and Web3 and beyond. All right. Bye.